Oh, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us today, this morning, to learn more about the School of Hospitality, what we offer, and our hospitality programs. So, today, at this webinar, you will be learning more about our department, but also there will be tips for transfer students. So, this is the audience we are focusing right here are students that are currently taking college, college courses at a different university and thinking to transfer or transition over to Georgia State University in the spring 2021, summer or fall 2021. So just a quick snapshot of what we are going over today. It will be a few reminder for transfer student. We'll go over what is hospitality, our program, and the career options for students who are majoring or will be majoring in hospitality at Georgia State. For all the attendee, please know that you have an option to put your question in the chat box at the end, at the bottom of your right, I believe. You can type the question there, and then we will try to get to it at the end of the presentation. If you prefer to just ask us directly, just use the raise your hand feature. There should be a hand icon like this at the bottom right too. If you click on that, Shannon, my colleague, she will unmute you so that you can just ask the question directly to us that way too. But yeah. Well, my name is Chow. I forgot to introduce myself, and I am the business manager for the School of Hospitality at Georgia State University. Helping me today is Shannon, my colleague. She's the admin coordinator for the school, and she'll be just monitoring the chat box and make sure that all your questions will be sent to me so I can address them. And also, our student assistant will be joining us later as well. So to start off, there are a few reminder for transfer and transition student. So let me clarify this. If you are currently a student at the Perimeter College, right? You are actually under Georgia State University already. So if you are thinking, if this is your last semester at one of the 5 campuses at Perimeter and you are thinking to attend Georgia State downtown campus in the spring 2021, then you will need to follow the transition process for Georgia State. For everyone else, if you're currently attending another university, another community colleges, and you are thinking to transfer over to Georgia State, then you will be following the transfer process. So here we have a few transfer detail, transition detail that website that you can visit to learn more about those requirements and what documentation that you need to submit to Georgia State in order to be considered for acceptance. If you have any question about the process, feel free to reach out to us. We don't handle admissions, but I mean, we can try our very best to connect you to the right person and make sure that you get a response for your application as soon as possible. Here, we do get a few questions about, I am taking this classes at, Georgia Tech. I want to go to Georgia State. And will this class count to my degree at Georgia State? Well, we are not able to say or decide that. You will have to go to this website right here, gsu.transfer.degree, and it will show you a page where you can click the current university that you are attending at the moment and Georgia State on the other side. So you can kind of list out the courses that you are taking at that current university and then click credit equivalents. and then it should transfer. It should tell you if those classes will be counted at Georgia State or not. That is a very easy way for you to figure out if you will need to retake the class at Georgia State, or you don't have to. So early deadlines, it's look like for spring right now, we are talking about spring semester. So October 1st was the early deadline. So that will last month, but you still have time. If you are finishing off your last semester at another university, the regular deadline to submit an application to be considered, to enter Georgia State University downtown campus is December 1st. So you have almost less than a whole one, but you should still have enough time to submit an application. So do not forget December 1st. Okay. So what happened when you get to Georgia State? I hope that if you have taken classes at another university already, I think when you get to Georgia State, you already have an idea of what you want to major in. But if not, that's totally okay, because at Georgia State, there are different colleges, and there are more than over 200 major that you can choose from. So definitely take your time. If this is only your freshman or sophomore year, you do have time to explore all the majors at Georgia State universities. So as I have said, there are different colleges that cater to specific study area that you want to focus in. Today because the School of Hospitality is housed within the Mack Robinson College of Business, this is where we are highlighted here for today's webinar. Within the Mack Robinson College of Business, there are different majors as well. I interpret that as study concentrations. So doesn't matter, what you major in after you graduate from Georgia State, you are part of the Robinson College of Business. You get a bachelor in business administration with a major / concentration in hospitality, or accountancy, or actuarial sciences, or CIS. So you get the idea. So if you want to learn more about these area of study, check out the website for the Robinson College of Business and learn more. We cannot wrap all of these details in 1 hour webinar, because we need time to talk about the hospitality program too. But if you have any, interest, or just kind of want to check out all the majors or department, feel free to do so on your own. Okay. But for today, we'll be talking about the Bachelor in Business Administration with a focus in hospitality administration. So what is hospitality? I'm not sure if our attendees all know about the hospitality industry. You probably been to a hotel before. I'm sure you have traveled to different places before, rather than your hometown, hopefully. But really, hospitality is a big umbrella of a lot of different segments. As you can see here, is hotel and lodging is within hospitality. Food and beverage, who doesn't love food, right? Is within hospitality. Travel and tourism, events and entertainment. So hospitality really is a very big umbrella that cover all of these areas. People tend to group that as a customer service field, but it's more than that. It's not just all about customer service. Essentially, you are running a business within this industry, right? You need to bring revenue to your company. It's the customer service is an aspect, is a very important element for hospitality, industry, for people who are working in this industry. But beyond that, it's much more. For hotel, we need to make sure that we have the revenue coming in to stay open, right? Food and beverage. People who have a passion to cook and open up a restaurant, they need to understand how to run their business. They need to understand how to operate front of house, back of house. They need to hire staff, right? Travel and tourism is not as simple as, okay, I'll go travel and have fun. What about these big companies such as, Delta? You travel to these different places and pay money. You pay money to these places that bring in the money for the city. Events and entertainment, that a big part in hospitality as well. Wedding planning, event conferences, to different kind of event, concert, music concert. Even though we don't see that much more because of COVID, but think about it, once this is all over, people will travel again. People will always have to eat. Event will always be there. People will get married, right? We'll have celebration, all of that. So as you can see, it's very broad industry for you to really consider what specific segment you want to go into. I'll stop right there to see if anyone have any questions. Do we have any questions, Shannon?
No questions.
No? Okay. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to stop us. We want to make this as interactive as possible, so don't feel like you have to listen to me the whole entire time. Yeah, so let's continue. So what makes hospitality cool and not other major? So according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics and our word and data, you will always find a job in hospitality. As you've seen that I've discussed that hospitality is such a big umbrella. You when you get into this industry, it's not just strictly that, oh, I have to work in the US. There are many international opportunity as well. There are companies that are multinational, such as Marriott International, Hilton, Disney. Disney is not only in the U.S., in California or in Florida. If you travel to Japan, there's one Disney in Japan, right? There's one in France, in Paris. So there, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a beverage product company. And Coca-Cola, if you travel to, I don't know, doesn't matter wherever you travel, I think you see Coke product everywhere. So that is international company that you can look into if you are the person who wants to work but also travel at the same time, or working for big companies. Hospitality will bring you new and exciting experience. Every day will be different. There won't be the same things that you're doing over and repeat every day. You'll be able to develop skill from various fields, and you'll be able to also work with a diverse group of people. And this is a very flexible industry. So talking about, you can graduate and work for a hotel. Let's say you work for 10 years in hotel and you decide that, hotel is pretty cool, but now I kind of want to switch gear and work into travel and tourism because I want to be able to travel more and help people to find travel tour, helping people that have the same passion as I am. Then that is totally fine, right? You have the foundation, you have the background working in the hospitality industry, and your degree is valuable because it's saying Bachelor in Business Administration and Hospitality Administration. It doesn't say hotel administration or event management. So you do have the ability to really branch out to these different areas whenever you want to do so. If people are there are people that they just love every aspect of hospitality and they want to kind of jump into each different area during their during their career time. So that is that. So how can you get a job? How do you be able to work for these big company and learn more about hospitality and know more in detail of what hospitality is all about, right? And connect to people that are currently working in the hospitality industry. Well, you start off by getting your education at Georgia State and with us at the School of Hospitality within the Robinson College of Business. We are we rank in the top 25 hospitality and hotel management school in the world, according to CEO World Magazine. Our faculty, staff, and industry board member have tons of experience. Our faculty are not just faculty, they've worked in the industry before, they do have connections. And our board member are people who are hospitality professional, that they all either owe their a company or they are working for these big hospitality company that they can always give advice to you and be your mentor and help students in the program to get to where they want to be. Okay, over the year, we also award scholarship for hospitality major. So 52,000 have been given out in the past for deserving hospitality and the most needed hospitality student. In fact, we actually just had a scholarship info session not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, I believe. Was that 2 weeks? Or maybe just last week. Yeah, it was probably just last week. And actually that session were recorded and posted on our YouTube channel already. So if you are interested in hearing about how can you apply, are you qualified for the scholarship, feel free to check out our YouTube channel and you can rewatch that. It's about an hour, presentation. But yeah, your hospitality degree is recognized and accredited as both a hospitality and business program in all areas of the industry. So this is very, very valuable. We are not teaching you to become a chef. We're not teaching you to become just a hosted or a server. No, you are going through the program, and within that 4 year, we will make sure that you have those very basic experience by doing internship or getting part-time job so that you can experience all of that. And then by the time you graduate, you are ready to go into supervisory role or management position that you can help lead the company. When you have declared a major with us or for the School of Hospitality, we do have different program options. The very first one, when you enter Georgia State and you tell your academic advisor that, yes, I want to declare a major in hospitality, essentially you are telling us that you want to get a bachelor in business administration, BBA in hospitality. So that is the very majority of our students are doing BBA. But we do have a group of students that are minoring in hospitality too. So you will take less classes in hospitality, and minor is just like an add-on to your degree, and we do offer that. A few examples that I can think of is when students want to major in hospitality and they want to major in journalism and they want to minor in hospitality. Why did they pick such a combination? Well, because they want to, maybe they are really good at writing and they want to travel and write about their travel experience. So they can be a travel blogger, so travel is in hospitality, blogger is for journalists. So that's why they make such combination for their educations. I've seen people double major too, between marketing and hospitality. Know that you can double major at Georgia State. It can be a 2 business degree double major, or you can do a major in a totally different college outside of RCB, outside of Robinson College of Business, or you can also pick another degree within the College of Business too. So if you're unsure or just want to talk one-on-one about your choice of double major, we are more than happy to talk to you about that as well. We also offer the certificate in hospitality administration. So the certificate is more so for people who are already out of school and they currently working in the hospitality industry, and they just want to get some education to kind of refresh about hospitality and all. Then you can try to apply to Georgia State and then take our classes and get a certificate. Should know that it's not a certification, so we are not certifying you to become an event planner or wedding planner or travel specialist or anything like that. It just simply a certificate saying that you have completed a certain courses at the School of Hospitality, so that you have earned more knowledge on that. And then we also have a 1-year master, a Reginald G. Washington Master of Global Hospitality Management program. So if you are, if you have a background in hospitality, or even, you didn't get an undergrad degree in hospitality, but you are currently working as a supervisor, manager within a hospitality company, and you want to further your education, then we do offer a 1-year master program. There is one webinar coming up for the master program. If you want to learn more, it's next month on December. We'll be sure to include that information when we email follow-up you at the end of the presentation. Okay. So those are program options. We call this is the BBA checklist. By now, I hope you know the abbreviation Bachelor in Business Administration is BBA. This is what you will see when you see your academic advisor at Georgia State, when you get accepted and go through orientation and all. If you know your major, this is what they will give you. So you can kind of envision what your 4 years at Georgia State looks like, right? For many of you attending today, I'm assuming that you are transferring over to Georgia State. So you may have completed the freshman, sophomore part right here already. So you may have completed area A through area F already, which is a big plus, because area F is the business foundation that you have to go through. And it's very important that you have to get a 2.8 GPA minimum just in this area in order to continue on to the remaining courses.
Hey, Chow, before you continue, we actually have someone who has a question.
Yes.
Yeah, and so this one is from Imani Clark. Imani, I'm just going to go ahead and unmute you just so that you can ask your question.
Hi.
Hi. I think you already answered the question, but I was asking, could you double major with hospitality administration?
Gotcha. There you go.
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
I think you answered my question already, but I was asking if you could double major with hospitality administration.
Oh, okay. Yes, definitely. I would say, I guess I did want to emphasize one thing here is that if you want to focus your area in business, there, like I said earlier, within the J. Mack Robinson College of Business, there are many other major too within the School of Business. So if you major hospitality with something within the college, I think chances are you may be able to, count some of the elective into your second major, which is a very convenient thing, right? Whereas if you are majoring in hospitality and then double major in something else outside of the Robinson College of Business, of course, because other colleges have their own requirements, you may have to take everything else that they ask you to do. So that would just take a little bit longer of time, but it's definitely doable. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I will going through the A through F. So I'm assuming most of you, because you are transferring to Georgia State, you have done all of these. But if you know that some of the courses that you took at the current university are not counted to Georgia State, then you may have to retake a few of that classes in these area. And that, again, please, that's not our decision as the university. So you need to go to that transfer equivalency website to double check on what can be transferred it over or what not. All right. But here, if you are transferring to Georgia State, then you only have 2 years left at Georgia State. So this is what you're going through. You will be taking a lot of major classes: hospitality, introduction to hospitality, hospitality law, hospitality, financial and hospitality, event management, franchising, entrepreneurship. So as you can see, our classes are varied. It's not just, we do have a course in hotel management too, but it's like branding, strategic leadership, field experience, event management, franchising, venue management for people who want to become a manager for a venue, for concert, things like that. So it's very varied because the course kind of matched the name of the program, correct? It's hospitality management, not hotel management. So we don't give you all about hotel. We give you the knowledge of different area in hospitality so that you have the education, but also at the same time, when you go out there and get an internship and a job, you combine your education with the experience that you're getting so that you can decide what you want to do for your career. One thing I want to point out here is that HADM 4900 is a field experience. As you can see right here, it's kind of small, but it's 0 hours. It just simply means that it's 0 credit, meaning that you don't have to pay for this class, but you do need to register for the class and complete the class requirement in order to graduate. So essentially, this is a portfolio that you have to complete. You write about your work experience and prove to us that you have enough work hour in order to graduate. And yeah, that pretty much sum up the majority of courses that you'll be taking. RCB elective is just classes that you have to take outside of your major. But if you decide that, oh, hospitality is so awesome, I want to keep taking hospitality classes, can I pick more hospitality and fulfill my RCB elective area? Absolutely. Please do not assume like what class to take, what not. Always reach out to us. You have your academic advisor, but because they advise different major, and you should want to talk to someone who actually working in the school and have advice for you of which class would better fit you. You can talk to us too. We would be more than happy to look over your academic evaluation and see what would be best for you to take. So reach out to us. Okay, do not register because you have to register. All right. At Georgia State, the registration period is very long. Right now, we already opened registration for spring 2021, and this now is only November, okay? And it's open all the way until the first or the second week of January. So as you can see, that's like 2-month period, more than 2 months. So you have plenty of time to plan out your schedule. And I will turn this over to our student ambassador, Maddie Thibodeaux. She will assist me with presenting and talking a little bit more about how we interact with students and bringing all these experiences that are outside of classrooms to you.
Hi, everyone. So, like Chow said, my name is Maddie. I've been a student assistant for the School of Hospitality for 2 years. I'm actually an out-of-state student, so I kind of have that in common with y'all. Like, I came to a new school, didn't really know anyone. So, I'm really excited to talk to y'all today about all the cool different things the School of Hospitality has to offer. This is the fun stuff, so I'm glad I'm able to talk about this. But right now, obviously, a lot of our stuff is virtual. Pretty much every event that we have is virtual right now because of COVID, but that doesn't stop the fun. I'm actually going to start my video so y'all can see me. Hi. So some of the cool stuff that we offer is oftentimes we'll have guest speakers or panels who are professionals in the industry to come and give their experience and talk to students and everything. It's also a great way to network. They're always willing to give out their email address or contact information so that you can send over your resume and hopefully make those connections within the industry. We have a lot of cool stuff lined up for spring already with some social media challenges, with prize giveaways and stuff like that. We have a lot of Q&As coming up we already had one just recently, I think it was yesterday actually, with some alumni. That went really well. Again, these are all connections that you're going to be able to make with people who are working in the industry currently. I know we also have a faculty Q&A session coming up next spring as well, where they're going to talk more about what goes on in their classes, what kind of projects they have, and just their experience in hospitality. So a lot of cool and fun stuff going on. Also other info sessions. A lot of times we'll have representatives from companies host an event with our school and give you information on an internship that they have coming up. I actually took advantage of that opportunity very recently with Newport Hotel Group, and luckily I was able to interview and secure myself an internship for the summer. So these info sessions work. I have friends who did the same thing, so definitely attend those. They're awesome. I'm really excited for that. And also some things to return in the near future. We do have a lot of ways you can study abroad. One of the options is our European hospitality experience. It's about a week and a half long experience, and that takes place in May. And you get to go to France, Switzerland, Italy. Also, the countries change during different years, so subjective to change. But a really fun experience. I have friends that have gone to that. It does give you course credit. Like I think you get 3 credit hours for attending. We also have exchange programs, which are semester-long programs in various countries. If you want to know more information about these, please feel free to email us. I'm sure Shannon can send the hospitality email in the chat for y'all to look at. And also, when you're taking our hospitality courses, we often have guest speakers come into the classes and talk to the students and everything. And then also with our student organizations, we like to do venue visits. I'm secretary of IAEE, which I will talk about a little bit later and give you more information on that. But we tour different companies like Zarnowski, which is a large events corporation. They do more than events too. They do project management, event management, everything. So you get these hands-on experiences with the industry. Chow, if I missed anything, please feel free to add on. But
I think you cover pretty much everything. Really, yeah, I don't think you miss out on anything. I would say the only thing about European hospitality experience, that study abroad program, is only offered it one a year. Of course, we didn't go this year because of COVID, but we hope to bring it back in the future. That is not a leisure trip, you guys. It's tied to a class in hospitality, and you get a full 3 credit hours. So that can count into your RCB elective. So you do, I think it's because it's a May master class. So it's May master is usually only 4 weeks classes. Yeah, 4 weeks. And you travel for 10 days already. So the majority of time you kind of tour different like venue and learn about the operation in different countries, how hospitality is in Europe, and you do a project, I'm not so sure. I actually really regret that I did not participate in this program when I were going through the program, but students came back from the trip and always have good things to say about it. But you do a project, I think you have to write a paper and you should kind of prepare and recap, and that's really sum up the whole course. It go by quick, but I think the memory kind of stay forever. So yeah, take advantage of that in the future when you are a part of our program. Yeah, so I'll just go on to the next slide.
So this is kind of just a roadmap for y'all to see like how to navigate yourself throughout the school. So once you choose which program you want to be a part of, again, if you're a freshman or sophomore, no rush. Definitely explore your options and figure out what you want to do. And if what you want to do is hospitality, amazing. We would love that. Once you figure that out, make sure you get yourself involved with student organizations and volunteer opportunities. With the School of Hospitality, we do have 6 different student organizations that specialize in the different segments of hospitality. Different volunteer opportunities. I know the school will email you different opportunities that we hear from connections that we have. One thing that I have done is for AHLA, which is the American Hotel and Lodging Association. That's what it means. They had a women in lodging event, and so they asked for volunteers from Georgia State. So Shannon sent out an email to everyone and was like, if you're available at this date and time, they're looking for volunteers. It sounded like an amazing opportunity. Volunteer opportunities look great on a resume, so always take advantage of those if you're available. And they're fun. Then a lot of times they give you free food. It was a really nice event at the Marriott Marquis, I'm pretty sure. And they gave us like a fine dining meal. So always take advantage of those. And it was a great experience. It was really easy. We just kind of passed out name tags and everything. But again, these opportunities, you're networking with people, you're putting your face out there, you're getting experience, you put it on a resume and you get free food. So always an amazing thing to take advantage of. Beyond that, make sure you're connecting with the faculty and staff. All of our faculty pretty much has like open door policies. I mean, right now, obviously schedule time with them because we got to be safe with COVID and everything, but they want to meet you. They want to get to know you. This also gives you a foot in the door for scholarships. The more you make yourself known and present in the school, when you send in those scholarship applications, they're going to recognize your name and they're going to have these firsthand experiences with you, so you'll be more likely to receive a scholarship. And all of our faculty is so nice and fun and funny. Like they really are. We're all hospitality people, so we love talking to people. We love hanging out. They're amazing. They really are. And then beyond that, we also have our industry board. Each semester we have an industry board meeting, which you can talk to Chow or Shannon and see if you're interested in that, if you want to attend. This year, our industry board meeting was virtual. It was really successful because it was on Zoom. We were able to go into breakout sessions and have these small groups with these industry professionals. And the reason why they're on our board is because they are passionate about hospitality, not just passionate about hospitality, but about Georgia State students, and they want to see you succeed. So again, in these small breakout rooms, all of them are sending their emails and they're like, if you have a resume, please send it to me. We always have openings, or if we do have an opening, we'll make sure we check your resume and put you at the top of our list. Like it's really amazing. And we have these awesome opportunities for you to connect with these industry professionals. And yeah, that's kind of the roadmap. So like I said, we do have 6 student organizations. AHLA is if you're interested in hotels. IAEE, I'm the secretary of IAEE. It's the International Association of Exhibitions and Events. So about events and entertainment. National Society of Minorities in Hospitality. Our Georgia Restaurant Organization, and the Club Management Association of America. And then Eta Sigma Delta is our honors society for hospitality. So if you're interested in joining these student orgs, I highly recommend it. All of them have opportunities for you to tour different companies, just connect with people in the industry again, or just connect with peers who have similar interests as you. So y'all can talk about classes, help each other with projects, whatever it is. It's a great way to not only meet your peers, but again, you have a faculty advisor, so you have a faculty member that you'll get close with, and all these amazing things. And we also always have leadership positions in these organizations open and available for you to apply to and hold a leadership position. Again, these also look great on a resume. Like I said, we do have many different volunteer opportunities. Another cool volunteer opportunity that we just had was it was with AHLA, correct me if I'm wrong, and it was at Stone Mountain Golf Club. There was like a golf event, and it was a way for us to actually fundraise for our student organizations. Basically, different golfers would donate to your organization, and then a professional golfer would hit for them. So that was really cool. You got free entrance into Stone Mountain for the day. You got lunch from Chick-fil-A. So really cool opportunities. Chow, if you have any other experiences that you want to share, feel free to.
Yeah. Well, just to correct, that was with the GHLA, Georgia Hotel and Lodging Association.
Okay.
Yeah, usually every year we send a bigger group of students, but just because of, the current situation, we had a smaller group. But regardless, they enjoyed it. They had fun, and they raised money for the student org. So yeah, it was a beautiful day. I think Shannon actually went there, so she can. If you are interested in hearing about how that went, did she play golf? You can reach out to her, and she can share more about that with you guys. But yeah, I think you cover pretty much everything. So networking is so very important in hospitality. You don't want to just go to school and then go home, because I'm not sure how that's gonna help you to find a job. It doesn't matter what area you are in, whatever you are studying. Networking is really key activity for students to be successful if you are looking for a way to get a job right after graduation. But yeah, with that, we'll move to what we can do in hospitality.
So there are many, many, many different things you can do in hospitality. We already went over like the broad umbrella of what hospitality is, hotel and lodging, restaurants, events, all of that. I actually have next to me, because I've been working on this event for the spring, some alum and their job titles, just to give a few examples of the cool different ways you can, how flexible the hospitality degree is. So we have one alum who is an off-premise and operations manager for Ben & Jerry's, which is pretty cool. We have a human resources coordinator for IHG, which is a hotel organization. So basically, it's so flexible in the sense that you can be like, if your interest includes finance and accounting, but you also like hospitality, there's ways you can combine these two interests to be like a financial analysis person. I'm not familiar with finance and accounting, as you can see, but a finance person for a hotel or for a restaurant or whatever it is. There's ways you can combine your interests. Another popular one is combining marketing and hospitality. That's pretty common. We have a few students who are interested in event marketing. So marketing for large scale events like conventions or trade shows, or working more with the entertainment side with music festivals and stuff like that. We also have, you can work for airlines and do airline management, work for Delta, any of the cool airlines. Chow, if you want to help me out with this one, maybe give some of your expertise and everything.
Yeah, even going into hotel consulting, it's just very broad. If you work in private club industry, that also a route as well. It's okay that if you don't know what you want to do yet, because the options are endless. So that's why we encourage you to connect with us and stay in touch with us throughout the school years. during your time at Georgia State, you will have the opportunity to kind of look at these different opportunity and try it out and see what exactly you want to do. But I think you gave pretty much a lot of example for students to kind of see. If you want to see what are available at the moment, you can check out the School of Hospitality job board. Also, Robinson College of Business also had a career advancement center. If you scan the QR code right here, that will lead you to, I believe, the RCB page. That will have a lot of job opportunity for students.
Chow, before you move on, I think Dr. Kenyon has a couple of things that she would like to add. And honestly, this slide is fine too.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay, may I?
Yes, definitely.
Jump in? Okay. Well, I think that all of you have done a great job. This is Debbie Cannon. I'm the director of the School of Hospitality, and I just get very excited when I hear Chow and Maddie and Shannon with her comments as well about our major. I wanted to just backtrack on combining different areas for career value. And I think Maddie did a great job of, mentioning marketing and hospitality and, talking about journalism and hospitality for blogging and doing travel blogs or restaurant blogs. That's such a big area. And I just wanted to throw in real estate and hospitality is very strong for hotel development. We have one of our majors now, or graduates, she graduated not that long ago, who is with a major hotel brokerage company, real estate company, and is the chief of staff for that operation. So you can go in so many different directions. And the other thing I just wanted to quickly add, our projections for the industry, particularly as we go into 2021, our projections are very, very positive. And that's not just my personal projections or the faculty's or the staff's, but this is based on research that's being done by the large organizations like American Hotel and Lodging Association, National Restaurant Association, all of the different sectors, U.S. Travel Association. We feel like that as things get safer next year, that the pent-up demand for travel is going to really explode, and there will be a lot of career opportunities. And there already are. There already are some great opportunities, particularly with the leisure traveler, people that are getting in their cars and driving to the beaches, mountains, state parks, national parks. We have a student now doing an internship in Wyoming. Those areas are drawing people in big numbers because they want to be out from the cities in big, wide areas, enjoying life. And so we're seeing great opportunities in the career and job market and hospitality in cities that are in Atlanta, around Atlanta, but those that are certainly about, I'd say, 150 to 300 miles driving distance from us. So we're very, very positive about that. And then the third thing, and then I promise I will just not say anything else, all of our faculty have industry experience. We have all worked in the industry. And I will tell you that makes such a big difference in your classroom experience because you have faculty who have been there. They've been on the front line, they've been in management, they've been executives, they understand what really is involved. And yes, they understand theory and they're scholarly researchers and they are very, very astute and uber smart and they understand the analytical part, but they also have been in the industry and they know it firsthand. I cannot emphasize how important that is for student experience. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Dr. Cannon, for adding those points. Those are a really great area, and Dr. Cannon worked with the faculties, and she can tell you much more. So really, don't hesitate to reach out to us. we would love to hear from you guys and really hear your interest so that we can connect you to the right person so they can help you to get where you want to be. But to stay on time, I think we have to keep moving on. Like I said, we do have a hospitality job board. I think Dr. Cannon kind of point out a lot of job opportunity for you guys to see, and here are a few more examples. But if you just want to kind of take a look and see what jobs are out there right now, you can go onto the School of Hospitality online job board. You can scan this QR code, or Shannon can kind of send it into the chat box for everyone to kind of click and see it. We update that daily, really. We work closely with the recruiter. Whoever want to post a job with us, we work with them and make sure that they are legit, and that we know all the requirement and we know the expectation and what is the learning experience that our student will be getting if they intern with the company. So all of that, we know, we select all of those best opportunity to put on the job board for you guys to see and apply. And yeah, so this slide is dedicated for Maddie, our student ambassador. I think you heard from her a few times, but Maddie will bring you back on one more time. So you want to introduce yourself quickly again so that people know who you are, and can they reach out to you if they have questions?
Yes, of course. So definitely reach out to me if you have questions. I will send my email in the chat. But yeah, I'm a sophomore again. I've been working for the School of Hospitality for 2 years. I'm an out-of-state student. I chose Georgia State because I toured Georgia State, and I felt instantly like I was wrapped in Georgia State's arm and being hugged. Like it just, everyone was so personable. Everyone that I talked to was so real. And I think that's another reason why I'm a hospitality student, because that's what I'm drawn to. I'm drawn to people who like to talk to people and be around people. So yeah, I'm the secretary for IAEE if you're interested in that. I did receive a scholarship last year from the School of Hospitality, and I'm a member of the Honors College. But yeah.
Yeah, and you are also a member of the Joiner Achievement Academy. That also a big plus too, because I know they only select a few, and you can only join during your freshman year, correct?
Yeah, you interview during your freshman year and you join your sophomore year because they want to be with you for sophomore to senior year. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can be like Maddie and get involved with all of these, feel free to reach out to her too. I think you kind of answered the question that I'm about to ask you, that what did you choose Georgia State, in hospitality? So my next question would be, what has been your favorite memory so far? Whether, just work experience or just like school experience, just what do you like most, memory?
My biggest memories, I'm also a member of a sorority, Delta Zeta. Just getting involved on campus and meeting new friends, like that has to be my best memory about Georgia State. Joining a sorority, that's where a lot of my time is, besides the school. My best memories just have to be from them, like meeting new people. The cool thing about being from out of state is that you can like share your experiences with your friends too. So I brought some of my friends home with me to Mardi Gras. That was really fun. But yeah, just like getting involved and making friends. That has to be my best times at Georgia State.
Yeah, that's right, because you come from out of state. So when you got here, I don't think you probably didn't have any friend yet, right? When you first started Georgia State, and then just through all these opportunity, I'm assuming you have a lot of friends now at Georgia State.
Yes, and it's pretty cool because you like cross paths with people often. Like Justice, she's another student assistant, but I actually already knew her from JAA. And Georgia State is such a big school, but if you stay involved, it feels a lot smaller. because you see familiar faces and everything, and being part of the honors college too, that has made everything a lot smaller as well, because you take a lot of the same classes as other people. So that's a really cool thing about Georgia State too, is getting involved makes things feel a lot smaller and you get to meet a lot of new people.
No, you brought up a very good point. A very, very good point. A lot of people look at Georgia State and they think, oh my gosh, Georgia State is so big. I'm scared. I want to have an intimate, classroom and want to get to know the people in my classroom, all of that. You do get all of those opportunity at Georgia State. We we look big from the outside, but like Maddie said, once you get involved and really doing all of these things, you will have a lot of people that you know at Georgia State. Our classroom are not that huge. When you get into major classes, it's usually is about 30, 40 people in the classroom. If you are taking a more generic course required class like English 1101 or history, those classes that everybody have to take, then they tend to be a little bit bigger, maybe 100, 150. But if you really get involved, you do build a lot of connection when you are going through your education in Georgia State. Well, I know you mentioned that you took advantage of one of our info session and were interviewed by the Newport Hotel Group. And you got an offer to work next summer, 2021. So is that will be your first internship opportunity, or have you had one before that you can share with us?
That's my first internship opportunity. I have worked in the hospitality industry since I was old enough to work, because I worked in a restaurant for 2 years. But that's my first internship. I'm really excited because it involves travel as well. I'll either be located in Wyoming or somewhere in New England, which I don't know where yet. But I love to travel, and it's a really cool opportunity, and I'm super excited. But yeah, that's my first internship.
I'm excited for you. So yeah, so that kind of wrap up all the questions that I have, but we'll open the floor for a few questions. If anyone have questions for us or just anything in general. Do you see anything, Shannon?
I don't see anything in chat, and I didn't have anyone new use the hand raise feature.
Okay. Well, if nobody have any questions, then here is our contact page. If you think of questions after the presentation, or if you just want to schedule a meeting, one-on-one meeting with me or Shannon or just with Maddie, feel free to do so. Reach out to our email right here, hospitality@gsu.edu, to give us your name and tell us that you attended the session and you really want to talk one-on-one with us or with a specific person, and we'll schedule a meeting with you and get to know you and see how we can assist you so that you can transfer over to Georgia State and be a part of our program. Other than that, I think we will conclude right here.